Hey everybody, this is Melissa. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you haven't done so already, I'd really appreciate it if you take just a quick second and click that subscribe button. And that way you'll be the first to know when I upload a new tutorial. I'm so excited you're all here, so let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm working in Word and I'm going to show you how to do some basic calculations within a table. And I'm talking about basic addition, averaging, multiplication, and just some simple things like that. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we have our sum button up here in our quick access toolbar. And if you don't have it, if you do the drop down here, you can go to more commands, and then your drop down here, do all commands, and give it just a second to populate. Scroll down till we find our S's and we find our sum. Click on it, add it, and tell it OK. And now if you're just going to do a basic sum of these numbers and you're in this cell here, just go ahead and click your button and it does it for you. If you're over here, click it, it does it for you. Now say that you want to do that for all of these lines. If you just click on it and you copy it, you can paste it down, and then if you hit F9, it changes all of your numbers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out of here. So that's how you do an easy sum. Okay, now let's say that we want to average. Well, you can't do that from your sum button because this just is basic addition. However, if we're inside of our table and we go over to our layout tab, if you look to the right, you have a formula button here. Let's go ahead and click that. Now it defaults your formula to sum above because it thinks that's what you want to do, but in this case we don't. So I take everything out from the equal sign and then do the drop down and tell it you want to average. Now this is blank. Watch what happens if we leave it blank. Tell it OK. You get an exclamation point syntax error, and basically what that means is Word is telling you, I have no idea what you want me to average, you didn't tell me. So let's go back to our formula. And when you're working in tables in Word and you're doing calculations, it's either going to be left, right, above, or below. So here we want to average what is up here, so we're going to tell it above because it's above our total line. So we're just going to type in ABOVE and we're going to tell it OK. And now it's 6.33. Same thing happens over here. Formula, it makes the assumption you want to sum it up, but we're going to take this out and we're going to average it. And we're going to say, because our total is here, we're going to say everything to the left. And we're going to tell it OK. And now it's averaged everything to the left. Okay, let's say that we want to find, if we have a big long list of numbers, let's just say we want to find the biggest number in the group. Go to Formula, take this out, drop down, Max. We got another syntax error. Let's see why. Again, you have to tell it where it's looking. It doesn't know where it's looking. So let's go back and let's do above and tell it OK. And now it has found the maximum number above, and it'll do the same thing on this side. Now if your total, your blank total column is over here, then you would tell it to the right. If this was up at the top and all your numbers were down here, you would tell it below. Okay? Now let's just say you want to add up apples and peaches. So let's go ahead and hit our formula box. Now, your tables in Word act kind of like your columns and rows in Excel. And what I mean by that is when we're telling it what we want it to calculate, column A, B, C, D, and E. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's say we want to do apples and peaches. So we want to do, we're going to take everything out and we're going to manually do this. If you do equals sum and then tell it what to add up, you're going to get a syntax error. So we're basically just going to do equals B1, 2, so B2 plus B1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to tell it okay. And then 6 and 3 is 9. Okay, now let's say that we want to multiply all of this together. If we go to our formula, and again, it thinks we want to do a sum, and we don't want to do a sum. We do our drop down, and we go to product. And again, we have to tell it what we want to multiply together, so we're going to tell it above, tell it okay, and it multiplies all of those together. And that is how you do basic calculations within Word. If you found this tutorial helpful, please be sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, and get notified. And I'll be back tomorrow with another tutorial. Thanks so much for watching.